Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to part 2 on kimono cards with the Crane of Fortune. I also have some sneak peeks for you today using some of the new dies from the forthcoming 2022 to 2023 annual catalogue. This is the card we'll be making. Now, instead of an actual card which is in the form of a kimono, I've got a kimono origami fold to put on the front of a card. This is the sneak peek. These are the new frames called Fabulous Frames from the new annual catalogue coming in May. So that one cut out this, and this frame cuts out the frame here, and then there's a leftover piece on the inside. Now you can use that if you want to, or you can, as I've done here, I've recessed it. So I've embossed the inside piece and adhered it straight onto the card front, and then I raised the frame on top with the origami on top of that. And another sneak peek, these are the rustic metallic adhesive back dots, which is part of the He's the Man's suite. Calypso Coral and Evening Evergreen ink. You also need some gold shimmer ribbon, which is in the annual catalogue. These are the Symbol of Fortune Specialty Designer series paper because they've got gold foil on one side. So, and on this piece of paper I cut out the chrysanthemums with the die. I have some that have been pre-cut, so I'll use those. You need your card base, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. That's 21 centimeters by 14.5. For the inside of the card, you need an Evening Evergreen matte layer that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. In metric, that's 14 centimeters by 9.5. You need a basic white layer on top, and that is 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. That's 13.5 by 9 cm. So you need Evening Evergreen to cut out the frame, which I've already done here, and you'll need the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder to emboss that. This is retiring. I'm going to glue this onto the card front. Make sure it's straight. I need foam adhesive strips to put on the frame here instead of using the dimensionals. I forgot to record. I've put those foam adhesive strips on the back and I've glued it onto my card front. It's a question of choosing which paper to have. I think actually I might choose a different one because you can't see the cranes on this one. It's just the clouds, it's all lost. So I think I'll swap the paper to this one. You only need a 6 by 6 inch sheet. So this is 6 inches. If you want this pattern to show on the front, then you want it facing you, face up. So you fold it in half, open it out and fold it into quarters. So you bring that edge to the center of your previous fold. Make sure that the edge of the paper is aligned with the bottom of the paper, and crease that. Rotate it and do the same for this side. So make sure that it's on the crease, the edges are aligned, and crease. That's your folds with it meeting in the middle. So you flip it over the other side and bend it back and then push it out so that this fold now meets with the center of that fold. Okay, and rotate it 180 degrees and repeat. So let that paper pop out, bend this paper back so that it meets with the middle, and then crease. So now you should have a fold that looks like that. Now you want to flip this up and fold that to the top of this edge here and crease it. Then open it out and reverse it so that this fold is on the top, and you want to make a snip from the edge of this to the fold there, alright, not beyond. And do the same on this side. Now this bit is important, which side you fold, because you want your kimono to be facing the right way. It's got a pattern. So it's this bottom half, this is upright. So it's this part that you want to fold. So you fold it into the middle again. So that's going to be the bottom of your kimono. Right. Now you want to rotate it, so the narrow bit is at the top, and you want to fold this about 2/3 of the way, so you leave about 1/4 of an inch there, and you fold it down, crease it, and then fold it back so that there's about 1/8 of an inch at the top. So when you look at the side, this is what it will look like. So this is your neckline. Now you want to get a hold of this portion here, so hold on to this bit and then open this out so it forms a triangle this way, and it looks like an arrow. So reinforce that. Now do it this side, so hold on to this bit and you want to fan that out. Can you see that now? So then when you look at it, it will still have that square bit at the top. So from the top here, you want to fold that down into a point, like a little triangle at the top, and that creates your neckline. So I would grab a glue dot at this stage and put a glue dot on this little triangle here so you can glue it down. Okay, so there's the back of your kimono. Now I want to make sure that that stays down, so what I'm going to do is just put a bit of glue on there to help it bond. Then I'm just going to cut an inch strip of even evergreen. And slide it into the slot here. You see that? Fold it over, and I'm just going to do that and cut off a strip, the excess. I need some shimmer ribbon, so I've cut off a strip, cut it in half, attach the ribbon. So I've put tear and tape on either side of this, and I'm just going to put that in like that. Make sure it's level. Bring back the Origami Kimono and pop this in. I'm just going to put a block there to hold it down and then tie a knot. Then pull it tight and trim the excess off. So I'm actually going to glue this bit down to keep it in place, and also this bit. And bring back my card. The kimono is a bit long, so I'm just going to trim off, say, about 1/4 of an inch, not much. I'm also going to put a bit of glue here, not much, just to pin that down. And then dimensionals on here, just to keep the folds in. You can fold that. Actually, I think I'll cut it instead. I don't want to cut off too much, so I think I'm going to just put a pencil mark there to see where the end of the kimono comes. And then just cut slightly over. Rub up the pencil marks. Now put a couple of dimensionals on here. And that will keep it in place. Now I want to stamp my sentiment, and I'm using a post-it note to mask off the letters because all I want is the much luck. So peel that off. That's where the Stamparatus comes in really handy. So now I can die cut that off camera and I'll be back. Now we can do the inside. So I'm going to adhere my matte layer first. Ink up the chrysanthemum stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it in the corner here. Bringing in my acetate sheet because I need to position that and find out where I want my words. Take that away to make sure it's straight. It's straight, good. So I want the lower portion and I need the and. Right, after a lot of rejigging, I think I've got it right now. I only wanted the and good fortune there. Swab pink pads, Calypso coral, just the little dragonflies, and we're ready to glue it to the inside of the card. So before I go, here's another card I made using the other dies, this ornate frame die. And again, I did the reverse. This time I popped the inside bit up and also ran it through the textured embossing folders. And these are the other dies from the crane set that cuts out these flowers here and embosses at the same time. So I hope you've enjoyed part 2 of the kimono card series and the sneak peek. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back with more inspiration next time. Don't forget, you can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. I won't add the links to the supplies until the catalogue goes live. In the meantime, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and it will help the algorithms if you do like and share my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.